So what if E.T. isn't an extraterrestrial at all? We know when we think of aliens from outer space, intelligent aliens from outer space, we tend to want to model our idea of what they would look like and what they would act like on ourselves, which I think is completely rational. We are the only us we know, so it makes sense that we would imagine other intelligent species as being like us. And sometimes when we talk about aliens and we talk about that we do tend to do this and what our expectations would be, we'll try to eliminate some of our preconceptions based on ourselves. But I was thinking one of the biggest preconceptions we could have is that these intelligent aliens who would potentially come down and meet with us, or maybe we would meet them out somewhere, um, that they would be terrestrials, that they would live on land. This thought actually started. I was imagining if humans went extinct. In fact, if not only Homo sapiens but all uh, hominoids, all of the great apes went extinct, what would be the next likely species or type of animal in line to, say, put a satellite into orbit? And there are a number of species we may think of when we talk about this. There are some bird species that are very intelligent. Dolphins are very intelligent, and that is, of course, an aquatic species. But there's one that I think we don't typically think of that I think would actually be the most likely, or at least one of the most likely, uh, to wind up being the next civilization on Earth. And that is cephalopods, like octopuses. They have several things going for them. They're very intelligent. They have one of the largest relative brain sizes of any species. Some species of octopus can probably compete pretty well with chimpanzees for the smartest non human animal. And they have an advantage that almost all the other animals we can think of that have high intelligence have. And that is, like, if you think of some birds like parrots and crows and things like that, believe it or not, crows are actually very intelligent. They are one of the most intelligent uh, species on Earth. But parrots and crows and pigs, which are also intelligent, they're like this. So, take a dolphin for instance. Very smart. Has um, what is almost certainly a rudimentary language. But how could you ever imagine a dolphin creating an advanced tool? Maybe very simple tools, pick up something with its mouth, move it, etc. But to actually create a tool, it would take a heck of a lot of evolution for a dolphin to have something like this. And that's true of almost any other animal you think of. But an octopus has 8 tentacles. They're very dexterous and they have suction cups. Isn't that cool? So they're intelligent and they have these tools that they can make other tools with, the ability to change the world around them. Now, they do lack a few things. They lack an advanced language. They don't come as close to having a language as some other species do, but they have a very nice platform for a language. It's not what we think of. It's not the ability to speak. They're underwater after all. But it's the color and patterns on their skin. That's actually one of the things that really large brain is devoted to doing, because each pigment cell in their skin is controlled by its own neuron. So they have this massive brain to control how their skin looks, the pattern and the colors, even the shape. They can do amazing things with their skin. So a little evolution, and that would be a terrific platform for creation of a language that could be just as complex as any spoken by humans. And probably pretty beautiful, too. When you think about it, they could actually evolve a written language on their skin as opposed to a spoken language. Amazing. amazing what the possibilities are with an octopus. But they're also not particularly social. They do have some social interaction, and in fact, they do use their skin colors as communication with each other. It's just not very complex communication. It's, you know, it's not much more complex, from what I understand. It's not much more complex than, say, a dog's bark. But they can use their posture and they can use their coloration to communicate with each other. So that evolves a little bit, and you could wind up with octopuses building a civilization under the water. And to imagine what that would even be like, how an intelligent octopus would envision a civilization, I can't even imagine it. So, what if? What if aliens came from outer space and rather than being something with legs that would walk on land and breathe air and make sounds with vocal cords, they were octopuses from outer space, or cuttlefish, or squids, or something like that. Maybe they wouldn't even be interested in talking to us. Maybe they would ignore us completely, and you know, they wouldn't be interested in coming and giving us a suction-y handshake with a tentacle, but instead they would just plop down in the ocean to see what the Earth's cephalopods were doing. And considering how aggressive octopuses can be, we might be glad they're not really paying much attention to us. They're a little too much like us in that way. Thanks for watching the video. Have any thoughts? Put them down there. If you enjoyed it, please like and share and subscribe and come back and watch more videos. Until next time.